Day 6. Once you see a result, it becomes an addiction. Alright people, it's sliders time. I'm so excited to see you back here. This is day 6. We're doing so good and we're getting super strong. So today's action, we're going to need some paper plates, or maybe we can use a towel. So just a regular towel. If you're working with laminate floors and wood floors, you can use a towel. Now, if you have carpet or other floor like tile, here are some ideas. Again, paper plates for laminate wood carpet, towel for just laminate wood and tile, furniture movers, CD covers, magazine page. You can use a plastic bag on a carpet, and socks work really well on laminate. Okay, let's get started. So get 2 paper plates, step onto them with your toes, then go ahead and lift the arms up towards the ceiling. And fold forward, place your hands on some kind of cushiony surface. You can fold up a mat or find something or like a towel to protect your wrists. Pull your feet towards you, roll up one vertebra at a time, and lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Curl back down, touch the floor. Shift your feet back into the plank, dig your feet into the floor, pull back up, and rise up to standing. Inhale, arms up, exhale. Now if you've got tight hamstrings, bend your knees to touch the floor, and then push your feet out into a plank. Dig your toes into the floor, go to your maximum extension, then you can bend those knees, rock onto your heels, and roll up. So this is for those who have tight hamstrings, tight hips, and you cannot touch the floor. No worries, keep your knees soft. And just work into the plank, dig back up into a forward fold, and roll up with control. Now when you roll down, contract your abdominals, dig your toes into the floor. Now push them into the floor even more, pull forward, and lift the arms up. Again, exhale, roll it down, touch the floor, press out, make sure you lift the chest, and now adding little tiny pulses. So same action, but only halfway up and then out in plank. Exhale, halfway up, inhale, out in plank. Now go as fast or as slow as you need to. Pull in your lower abs. Work nice and hard. Push those hands into the floor. Beautiful job. Last one, and release your knees on the floor. Awesome work. Let's do a supported back bend. Place your hands into your jeans back pockets, push your hands into your glutes, slowly look back, then push your hands into your glutes to come back and release. Great job. Up next, same exact thing but just on your forearms. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders, slide your feet back. Go ahead and pike your hips up towards the ceiling, keeping your back as flat as possible, lifting out your heart. So try not to round out in your upper back. Engage your lower abdominals. Exhale as you pike your hips up. Inhale, return to plank. Again, exhale, pike your hips up, keep your upper back flat, keep your lower abdominals really engaged. Exhale into a pike, inhale into a plank. Beautiful. Dig those toes into the floor. Continue to breathe. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Last one, pull your knees in and release. Great job. Up next, Jackrabbit. You're in the plank. Slowly bring your knees towards you and then push it out into a plank, really digging your toes into the floor. Good. It feels like a reverse crunch as you pull those knees in. Add little pulses. So same action, but just teeny tiny movements. Exhale, exhale, and release. Wonderful. These are super hard. You're doing good. Now, one by one. So come into all fours position, hovering the knees above the floor. One by one, extend your legs back. Not to confuse with the running man, which we'll be doing soon. It's just one by one. In, out. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Good, and release. So now the running man, where we simultaneously switch legs. Come up to all fours with the hover and just switch your feet Run, run, run. Dig your feet into the floor. Breathe. Keep your hips from bouncing up and down. There's a tendency to lift lower the hips. Try not to. And release. You did awesome. So we'll do this again. Hover those knees off and go. Switch, 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 switch. Really dig your feet into the floor. Keep going. Feels like you're trying to dig a hole underneath you. Make it burn if you're on your carpet. And release. Awesome. You're doing good. Side planks. So bring your elbow underneath your shoulder. Keep your top foot forward and your bottom foot back. Sending your foot forward and back, sliding that plate forward and back, and so your bottom foot is flexed 90 degrees so you have something to balance on. Try not to point your bottom foot here. Very good. And release. Other side. So if you have a towel or a mat, transfer it over. Place your elbow underneath your shoulder. And I think I messed up here a little bit, so instead of taking your bottom foot forward, go ahead and take your top foot forward, just like we did on the other side. So it's your top foot that's going forward. Forward. Good. Forward. So we keep it the same on both sides. Keep pressing off the floor. Those hips are not sinking. And release. Great work. Now let's go back up to standing. For Jackrabbit and push-ups combination, place your toes on your paper plates. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Really inhale. Exhale, engage abdominals to fold forward and extend your feet out into a high plank position. Now bend your knees towards your chest and dig your feet into the floor. Add a little tiny half push-up. So bend your elbows halfway down, push it up, dig your feet in, push forward and back. Now this is when we are heating things up. Keep working really hard to keep your hips in same spot when you move your legs. Then bend your elbows and extend for that push-up. And then release. You can do a couple extra if you're digging it. Now we're going down to a forearm plank. And we'll slide the feet from side to side one by one. Left foot, right foot. Bring your hips down in line with your shoulders. Make sure your hips are not popping up. Now simultaneously feet side together, side together, side together, side together. Good, really challenge those obliques. Push your knees in and release. Awesome work. Next, let's do some crisscross crunches. Lie down your back, lift your feet towards the ceiling, open your legs, and then just bring your right leg on top of your left leg and cross your legs. Place your hands behind your head, squeeze your inner thighs together and start to lower and lift your legs. In that crisscross position, maintaining them exactly the same, straightening out those legs if they can. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, you can bend your knees and do it in crisscross tabletop like that. Main thing is to squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale as you crunch. Now go ahead and crisscross your legs the other way. Grab your ankles, each hand opposite ankle. Lift your feet up for reverse shoelaces. Now keep that leg over the leg. So now your left one's on top, right one's on the bottom. And crunch. Roll up nice and high. Your hands are supporting your neck. Inhale down, exhale up. You can bend your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Compress your lower back into the mat. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower, and release. Now right leg on top, left leg on the bottom. Grab your ankles and just pull your ankles towards you for reclined shoelaces. And we're ready for part 2. We will be repeating some of the exercises from part 1. Grab your plates, place them in front of your towel or mat. And again, place your toes onto your plates for those high plank pikes. Inhale, take your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, contract your abdominals, place your hands on something cushiony, and extend your feet out into a plank. Start small pikes, lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Not all the way, just the feet halfway in and then all the way out. Use your lower abs to really dig the feet into the floor. Work those shoulders, press those hands into the floor. Exhale as you pike, halfway in and all the way out. Beautiful. And release. Next up, same thing on your forearms. This is going to be a half pike. and then back into a forearm plank. Exhale, drag your feet forward with control. Inhale, extend. Keep your chest open and keep your upper back flat. There's a tendency here to round the upper back. Try to keep it flat. Drop those hips in line with shoulders. As you lower the hips, bring them in line with your shoulders. Good. Exhale to pike. Inhale, extend and open up your chest. Making sure that you're not sinking into your lower back, not arching into your lumbar spine. Keep those belly buttons pulled in. Good. And then pull your knees in, release. Very nice. Now starting in all fours position, your knees are hovering, jackrabbit. Bend the knees in and out, maintaining your pelvis in the space in that same spot. Trying to avoid moving your hips up and down at all costs. Adding pulses. Little tiny pulses. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and release. Awesome. This will really heat you up. You feel that heat traveling up to your face. All right, now same thing, one by one. So come into all fours position, knees hovering. If this is too much, your wrists are tired, drop the knees to the floor and just rest each knee on the floor to modify. Otherwise, keep on going. Dig your feet into the floor. Again, you really want to feel like you're trying to dig a hole underneath you. And release. Relieve your wrist for just a second. And now 2 sets of running man. So simultaneously switch your knees. Your hips will swing up and down just a little, but do your best to keep them from doing that. Keep that pelvis in line with the shoulders in the same spot in space. And release. Relieve your wrists. Heart rate's up. We're working hard. We're almost there. So let's go ahead and do this nice and strong. Let's finish sprinting through that finish line and not walking through it. Go, go, go. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Neck is long. And release. Woohoo! You did it. Go ahead and lie down your back. Great job today. We're in happy baby, so we grab the feet from the insides and roll from side to side, bending your knees down to your armpits and just gonna rock from side to side. Thread the needle stretch. Place your right ankle on top of your left thigh, your right arm between your thighs and pull on your left knee. Flex your right foot. Other side, left ankle on your right thigh and just pull that knee in, opening up your hips and stretching your piriformis. All right, you did wonderful. I hope you really enjoyed today's workout. I am really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 7. Can you believe it? I can. Don't forget to let me know that you did today's workout by marking that check mark in the comment box of the post. See you tomorrow.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?